What is going on, everyone? This is Nate the Great coming to you live from the All Sports All Plays Network. I am with Chaz Lytle from the Anything Goes with Batting Title Champion Chaz Lytle. Also streaming on the Sports Status Podcast Facebook page. You can find us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and then on this time it's a part 2 episode. So this time it's streaming on the Sports Status Facebook page as well. So how are you doing? A little bit of a he's breezing in and out there. Can you hear me? Okay, so he's cutting in and out. Wanted to touch a little bit on last night with the Nationals and the New York Mets. Chicago Cubs. Excuse me, Chicago Cubs baseball game. The Washington's Nationals manager, Danny Martinez, literally the article, the headline to the video that I just watched, it said that Washington Nationals manager Davey Martinez pulled a Lou Piniella and ripped first base out of the ground, got ejected from the baseball game, trying to show the manager exactly what happened from results of the play. And because of that, he got ejected, which I agree that was the right call. At least I think it was the right call. He's going to have a little bit of a technical problem. He just topped out, so probably hop in sometime soon. I understand if I was a manager, if I was Dave, I wouldn't have really. I don't agree with what he did. I don't think his actions were okay. However, if I was in his shoes, filling in his shoes, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have gone up and pulled maybe the yelling if he didn't agree with what the umpire said. However, I think he just made the situation worse. That's all really what it is. He made the situation worse by pulling out first base. So he got ejected from last night's baseball game against the Chicago Cubs. Now looking at the scoreboard here, I'll touch a little bit about what's going on right now. The Rays had a big blowout against the Baltimore Orioles, 10-1. The Giants are doing an insane job against the Cincinnati Reds, 8-2. But talking a little bit about last night, what do you expect from last night? The Orioles, the Washington Nationals ended up winning this game 4-3. Now we talk a lot about this on Full Count with Ray and I, and I don't mean to be beating on a dead horse, but there were definitely some management issues coming out in that game. Let's see. He's about to hop on. Did you think, if you were filling in his shoes for in Davey Martinez's shoes, which you had done done that would you have done that yesterday with ripping out first base? Like, what would you have done instead of what was going on? Can you hear me? Okay, we're experiencing some technical difficulties again. So I'll move on. I'll move on and talk a little bit about the next topic. And I've touched this once on Miracle League. Not Miracle League. I touched this once here on the network, but out here in Texas, it rains a whole lot, especially now. It was supposed to rain every single day this week. There was a 80% chance of rain yesterday. Now, however, even though it did not rain yesterday, the ground was still soaked. The fields were still soaked, so therefore there was not a lot of another game. Another game was postponed. That is now up to 7 baseball games that I was supposed to be played, and now I've only played 2. Game one. Now I remember I'm playing a baseball league where it's people with medical disabilities. I have a condition known as megaencephalic capillary malformation. It's where a cell mutates and it divides and causes a lot of long-term problems. Hydrocephalus being an example. Seizures being an example. Now, I've never had any. The seizures that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about, hey, I'm falling to the floor type of seizures. I'm talking, I freeze up for 10 seconds kind of seizures. So sometimes they are barely noticeable. But there's some other medical conditions like complex partial seizures, like hydrocephalus, that I have been under that category. But anyway, I play in a league where other people have some sort of medical condition, and so there's some rules out there that are different compared to other leagues. Sorry, I'm distracted. I have a dog that's right next to me. One of those is that there are no outs. There are no outs. So, well, I mean, kind of. I keep track of how many outs I personally get, either tagged out, when I'm running up to base and stuff like that. And I also keep track of how many people get out. However, even though it doesn't really count on record, it counts on record for me. I keep track of how well I do in the game. There are no outs. It's not 3 strikes. So because there are no outs, there's no 3 strikes you're out. It's 5 strikes, and then you hit on a tee. It's not, since there are no outs. It's not 3 outs and you change sides. It's everybody plays on one roster, then you change sides, and then the next team plays on one roster. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun playing the league. However, because of the location, there is a lot of rain. We don't play in indoor stadium. We play outdoors. And my next game that I'm supposed to be playing is actually on Saturday. However, there's a percent chance of rain on that day, so that game might be postponed. Every Wednesday night game I'm supposed to have has been postponed, and now every Saturday game except for the last two Saturday games, have been postponed as well. He sent me a text. He says trying to figure out some technical difficulties. So it might take him a little bit of time before he hops on. So to go on to the next topic about baseball. Yesterday was the 7th no-hitter. The 7th no-hitter of the season. One more and we break the record. No, not break it. We tie the record. Excuse me. However, even though we had one no-hitter yesterday, we were literally 5 pitches away from having 3 no-hitters. Colorado Rockies, they were 2 pitches. The 2 guys on the Rockies team made it on base, but everybody else on that roster, every other time, ended up being in some sort of out, strikeout, pot fly, whatever. And then now the Reds. The Reds also they were 3 guys made it on base that time. There's 3 separate occasions where a guy made it on base. So we kind of addressed this on the first episode. I think that the record will be broken. We literally have one more game. One more no-hitter that has to happen to tie it. And it's not even – it's May 20th. We're recording this on May 20th. So, if – now, I want the people that are watching this, I want you to answer this question in the comment section. How many no-hitters are you expected to see by the end of the year, end of the season? Do you think that 7 will be the end? Or do you think that there will be an 8th and will tie the record, which, by the way, it was broken in 1884? Do you think it'll be 10? Do you think it'll be even higher than 10? Let me know in the comment section. And then I'll probably figure something out at the end of the year. We will probably figure something out in the end of the year. Excuse me. So this is now the second game where the Texas Rangers, had a no-hitter pitched against them. Now, looking at this roster, this series will not be a no-hitter. I mean, this game will not be a no-hitter. It might be a shutout, but this series won't be a no-hitter. The Yankees, the Yankees are up 2-0. The Yankees are up 2-0. However, the Rangers had 4 guys that made it on base. Now, since this is now the second time that somebody has pitched a no-hitter against the Yankees, against the Rangers, how many times do you think the Rangers will have a hitter pitched against them? Also, let us know in the comment section. Cleveland Indians, they had 2 no-hitters as well that pitched against them this season. I think that there was a hot take said on the Herd and the Huddle podcast that he thinks that apparently there will be 2. He thinks that the Cleveland Indians will have 2 hitters pitched against the Indians and then 2 no-hitters pitched from the Indians. Now, I'm just going to have to take it. A no-hitter is just another way of a loss. It's not as big of a deal. However, we are seeing more of these. We're seeing a lot more low-scoring games. We see a lot more high-scoring games as well. Looking at the matchups today, like I said, Yankees are up 2-0. However, the San Francisco Giants are up 18-4 at the top of the 9th. They might be the first team to hit 20 runs in a game this year. This year, I should say. I'm going to repeat that. They might be the first team to hit 20 runs this season in a single game. Last year, the highest recorded game was 29-9. The Atlanta Braves against the Miami Marlins. Now this year they did have their revenge game, but I'm kind of wondering. I'm kind of looking at this to see, hey, are we going to have a game with higher scoring than that 29-9 game? Me personally, I don't think so. But anyway, that's all the stuff that I wanted to address. This has been Nate the Great, and see you guys next week. If you like what you saw here today, and you want to check out more content, go ahead and check out the All Sports All Plays Network, and then also check out the Sports Status Podcast, which is this episode is actually being streamed to. Go to YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're also on Twitch. We're also on Twitter. Now, we're having a goal. We hit that 1,000 mark on Facebook. Really excited about that. Now, we're having a goal that we're trying to get that 1,000 mark on YouTube. So, if you're watching this, go check our YouTube page. Click the subscribe. Click that notification bell to get more information, to see when we go live and stuff like that. We usually go live about 2 to 3 episodes a day, different shows per day on the ASAP network. So this has been Nate the Great, and see you guys next week.